I think all of us suffer from an incapacity to wait well. Again, I don't want to project my own tendencies on others, but I think we have so many opportunities and so many instances when there is a delay of some sort. We're waiting in line for something and it quickly agitates us. And we miss the opportunity that is there in that time for grace to simply wait and to grow in that virtue of patience. Today we begin a new liturgical year with the season of Advent, and it is a season of waiting. We wait until we celebrate the great feast of Christmas, but the most profound waiting that you and I are meant to engage in each day, the waiting for when the Lord will come to each of us at the moment of our death. Today's readings are all about waiting. In the first reading, Isaiah is speaking about the promised Messiah, and he tells the people to keep their focus on this coming, and it is that hope that is meant to then animate them in all that they do. But that time has come and gone. The Messiah has come. He remains with us in the life of the church and in her sacraments. But now we're called to wait with greater fervor to when he will come again. As St. Paul reminds us that our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. And so in today's gospel, Jesus says it so clearly and plainly: you must be prepared, for at an hour you do not expect, the Son of Man will come. Again, it is this event which is meant to predominate our thinking and our actions. Think of the bride and groom as they're waiting in the weeks before the wedding, how much joy and anticipation they have, and as if they can never really think of anything else. You and I are meant to anticipate that time in that same way. And St. Paul gives us great insight as to how we do that when he says, "Put on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provisions for the flesh." Man, these next 4 weeks will tempt us to do just the opposite, as the materialism and consumerism in this world so tempts us to think about all the preparations that we have to do. And so it's so easy for us to miss this opportunity during Advent and do just the opposite of what St. Paul is telling us to do. We end up putting off the Lord Jesus Christ and only making provisions for the flesh. Again, we have some things we can use. Last weekend we handed out those Advent prayer booklets or any kind of daily devotional to simply try to increase our prayer each day. We have that special feast that will come up December 8th, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. We will gather in a special way to pray to our patroness of our nation. And then, of course, as is the custom in our diocese, all of the parishes will have Advent penance services. Ours will be here Tuesday night, December 13th. The best way we can prepare for the Lord's coming by experiencing his mercy in that sacrament of penance and reconciliation. We hear those words in our gospel today that are meant to shock us a bit. That image of the end of time compared to when the flood came, when 2 men will be out in the field and 2 women will be at the mill, hearing that in each instance one will be taken and one will be left. Again, this is a stark image, and it's meant to prompt us then to take this opportunity over these next 4 weeks to wait well. Again, let us direct our attention as we do to that great celebration of Christmas that will come, remembering that Christ is still with us in the life of the church and in her sacraments. But most importantly, let us do this with the focus that Advent directs us to, that moment of which our gospel speaks today, that time that we do not know when it will come, that time that we do not expect, when the Son of Man will come in his glory.